If you're new to this channel, here's the short version. I bought this bike as part of the challenge. I started with nothing except some recycling cans, and my aim is to flip my way to my dream retro mountain bike. In the previous episodes, I bought this as part of a bundle deal. I sold one and I attempted to fix this one, but I ran into a whole bunch of dramas. So in this video, I'm finishing up this flip. Now, I probably should have cut my losses and sold it for break even and just get rid of it. But instead, I'm gonna double down and plow more money into it. So watch me make mistakes and let's see if I can still turn a profit with this bike. Now, I did say I'm finishing this flip. Here's what happened previously, and this was my first mistake. So what we have here is another Raleigh, aluminium framed, in worse condition than the one in the previous episode. This one has a seized front fork, does not move at all. So we need to solve that as the main issue. I will start on that first, because if that doesn't work, I need to find a solution. Okay, so put it in a vise. Let's see how this goes. Oi! Let me show you in more detail. Oh yes. Okay. Let's see what we can do. So here's the progress update on the forks. I went and bought another pair, this one here, and it doesn't work. They're for 27.5-inch wheels. So I have this set of black ones, which have a too short of the stereo tube. I have this set that I just picked up for $5 that are right length stereo tube, but for a wrong wheel. And then I have the original set. So I think we're stuck with the original set. We'll repair them the best we can. They don't seem to be in a too bad of a condition, so I'll give them a clean and then let's see what they end up looking like. I think it will work. I would have ideally liked to replace them, but let's dig into it because they might not be as bad as they seem.
One hour later.
Wow, this has turned into a major job. So the issue we have, there's a plastic sleeve inside these forks and it works on one leg. It doesn't work on the other. It just keeps jamming. So pretty much hits in here and it's jammed, and that's why the forks are jamming. So I'm pulling out the big guns. I'm getting a Dremel out. I'm gonna see if I can widen that piece of plastic. The stanchions are not bent, so it can only be that sleeve. So that's where we're at. As you can see, I've spent like the last hour messing around with the thing. Do not buy suspension bikes. Alright, I'm throwing in a towel for today. I have a feeling that it's misshapen, so it's sort of like squished, it seems. It's really hard to tell from the inside, so this is not going to work. These forks just keep jamming, so we need something else. Well, it's been over 2 months now, and this bike was just sitting around. But I did find a solution for these stupid forks. So let's go and get them. I've just been to a local charity place. These guys, Bicycles for Humanity, fix up the bikes. They just gave me a set of forks in here, free of charge actually. So that's amazing from them. Let's go back home. Let's see if we can get that rally going. Fingers crossed. Now that we have these forks, let's start stripping this bike down again and give it a thorough clean. And then what I will do is actually upgrade these handlebars and the stem. It's a bit of a dad bike looking at the moment, so I'm going to try and modernize it a bit. Also, I will replace the seat. This one has a tear in it, and just going to put something a little bit modern looking. And then, yeah, fix up a couple of problems. There's the issue with the shifting, and then we're going to put new tires, and that's where the most of the money is going to go on this bike. So let's get started.
Is that what you think? You think?
This flip is a just gift that keeps giving, I reckon. New forks that I've been sitting on for a month are too short. I thought I measured it correctly, but clearly not. Back to the plan A, a set of rigid forks. However, I've been riding bikes for a while with quill stem converters. And would you believe it? The quill stem converter fits perfectly well into one of these stereo tubes and extends my stereo tube. Alright, I had a bit of a think about this plan of mine. I'm not happy about it. This is the bike for someone else and for resale, and I really don't want to dodgy up a sort of a job. So I decided to go on plan A, which was the plan from pretty much a get-go. I just simply did not have anyone with a welder. Luckily, I reached out to a mate of mine and he's gonna do it for me. I just gotta get everything ready. What we'll do is we'll weld through these bolt holes to make sure that the pipe that's inside is solid, and then we're going to stitch weld around it, angle grind it, paint it, and good as gold. The forks are welded. I will clean up the weld, give the forks a bit of a sand down and give them a coat of paint, and it's as easy as... and they're done. They ended up being pretty cool. 2 coats of paint, 1 coat of clear, and they look awesome. So we'll mount them on the bike and let's test everything and put the new handlebars and the new stem. But this was pretty much mistake number 2. I picked a bike that's the wrong size. So in my opinion, and feel free to disagree with me, this is the order that I would select when it comes to the bikes to flip. Large, by far the best one and easiest to sell. Medium, second after that. They can be sometimes on a small side, so you gotta kind of pay attention to those. Extra large, which is what these bikes are. Next kind of one after that, because they just start to have a market is smaller for them. And by far the hardest one to sell are the size small. They seem to just not have a market really, or ladies bikes and the step through frames. I just find them really difficult to sell. So if you're gonna flip the bikes, stick to these ones. Don't make the same mistakes. Just get a large, and that's easiest sell all day long. Let's install the forks, and fingers crossed that's the end of the dramas for that part. Bike is nearly done. We just need one more thing. How cool does this look? As soon as I saw this bike and these colors, tan walls all day long. Except that's another mistake. I spent way too much on these tires. So let's talk numbers. How much did we spend so far? Bike was 30 bucks, tires were 80, saddle was 11, grips were 5. I did spend another $5 on a set of forks. I didn't really need to. Everything else was for free. The handlebars, the stem, the pedals, the rigid forks you see over here are all from Verge pickups. I did spend time painting them and refurbishing them, so I'll account another 10 bucks for in paint, although I still have plenty of paint left. So that's what we're at. I do want to earn at least 100 bucks in profit for this bike, so I will advertise it with that in mind, but let's see how much we can get for it. I finished filming this bike yesterday, so I thought, you know what, let me list it straight away. By the time I finish editing the video and stuff, hopefully it will sell. And in 3 hours, it sold for a full asking price. I mean, it is a pretty damn cool bike. There's no special components on it, but I think overall, as a bike, it works really well. It rode super nice with those chunkier wheels, and that rigid fork kind of made the geometry actually quite nice. Shorter stem, it worked really well. So yeah, this guy saw it and went, dude, I want it. And he wants to ride it as a bit of a flat bar gravel bike, and he might even put the drop bars on it. So there you go. On to the next one, I guess.